There are a number of other controls in ScalaFX that really didn't fit into any of the other groups. And so we're going to talk about those now, probably in a few different videos. The other controls that we can play with are the progress bar, which, as the name implies, shows you the progress of some task. You're probably used to seeing these when something is taking a while. There might be a little bar that shows you how far it's gone. Scroll bar, so that if you want to manually make something scroll back and forth, you can add scroll bars into your GUI, and that way you have control over those things. A separator. Now, we saw menu separators, but it turns out separators can be used in other places in your GUIs, and so there's a separate type for them that you can use pretty much anywhere. Slider, which is just a little control that you can move back and forth to get different values. And toolbar, which is kind of like a menu bar, except it's typically used to have little buttons with either words or icons on them. We won't worry about the icons at this point. That's for something we'll do later, but we can show how to put a toolbar in. So I want to go through and I want to add these things into a GUI. We'll start by creating a toolbar that can go up at the top of the GUI. Toolbar equals new toolbar and dot ref width. We'll make it so that it covers the whole width of the window that we pop up. Now, inside of here, we're going to wind up putting a few buttons on it, and so that they kind of fit together with everything else that we're doing. I'm going to name two of these buttons. Two of these buttons are actually going to control the progress bar once we create it. So I'm going to make one button that advances the progress, and this one will have the text advance in it, and we'll have another button that decrements it. Okay, and then I'm just going to add into the toolbar. So toolbar.items equals, and we'll make a list of the advance button, the decrement button, and then I'll just add some other buttons just so that they're there. New button tool 1 and new button tool 2. Okay. I'm all for running things regularly to make sure that I haven't messed too much stuff up. Okay, so object toolbar is not a member. My capitalization is off. It's toolbar. I capitalized it right further down. If I'm going to use buttons, we need to import them. Now, of course, I am importing so many things here from control, it would probably be better just to put an underscore. The reason I'm not doing that is to make it clear to you as the viewer what package these are in. Because if I just did underscores all over the place, you wouldn't know where things were coming from. So for these videos, I'm typically typing out the full package names, even though if I were doing this in my own separate code, by this point, with this many things being pulled in, I would have just put an underscore here. But it is helpful if you aren't certain where things are coming from to actually have it all typed out. Okay, but we didn't set it as the content. Content equals a list that will start off with only being the toolbar. And there we go. We have a little toolbar. You know, because these two things are doing one thing and these two are doing another, it might be nice to put a separator between them. So when we add things to our list, in between here, new separator. And let's see how that looks. Sure enough, we get a little separator in there, which provides a little bit of space so that you're less likely to hit one button when you're going for another. Also to kind of visually separate things that are going to behave in different ways inside of your GUI. Okay, so that's our toolbar. Now we can put in a progress bar underneath it, and we'll think about making it so that those buttons control the progress bar. I'm just going to call it progress is a new progress bar. We need to give it a nice position so that it's not on top of our toolbar. Progress.layout X. I like 20 as an X location. As you probably noticed, it spaces it away a little bit without being too far off to the side. And we need to be far enough down that we're not overlapping the toolbar. So I'm going to go down to 70 pixels. Also, and well, actually here, let's go add progress in. Okay, you can tell that it starts off being animated. It's a little bit shorter than I'd like. I'd like it to kind of take up about half the window here. So let's go ahead and set its preferred width. Pref width equals, our window is 600. Half of that would be 300, and if I put buffers of 20 on each side, we'll go with 260. Okay, so we have a toolbar, we have a progress bar. We'll come back, we'll add some other things inside of here, and our scroll bar, separator, slider, toolbar, and then we'll also work on some interactivity.